What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. It looks like Nintendo might have had a little bit of a slip up or pricing error, or maybe the cat's out of the bag that they were going to be increasing the price of the latest Zelda game. But what happened today might be a little bit concerning to some people. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy hot tubs, hit that subscribe button, bell for notifications, and yeah, I'm sorry I'm not a hot girl in a bikini, but this is the only time I have to be able to just relax. All right, so here it is. This is on my mind. I've been thinking about what Nintendo did today and if there's a greater meaning behind it or if it's just simply a mistake. I have a hard time believing, a very hard time believing that the biggest game and Nintendo's recent history that is going to be launching hopefully later this year without any more delays, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was put up on Nintendo's website today with the price point of $69.99 USD. I have no idea what it was for other countries, so I'm sorry I can't help you guys, but it does point to a potential price increase for same generation Switch games. I didn't see this coming. I really didn't. What it actually might have been is maybe a dual release, like they did with Breath of the Wild on the Wii U and then onto the Switch. Maybe the new Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is going to be a dual release for the Switch and the Switch 2. And the Switch 2 price is $10 more, just like the PlayStation 5 games are $10 more than the PS4 games. Because shortly after it got published on Nintendo's website, it blew up Twitter. Everyone was talking about, like, holy crap, it's going to be $10 more. And I was like, wow, okay. I clicked on the pre-order link. It was the regular price, $59.99. It was not $10 more. And I'm like, that's weird. Maybe if you pre-order it, it's going to be $60. But if you wait for it to release, it's going to be $70, which is also potentially true. But the more I think about it, no, that doesn't make any sense. I had a couple people ask me on Twitter what I thought about the potential price increase. If this is real, if it is going to be happening, how do I feel about it? Is it going to turn me off from wanting to play it or buy it, or am I going to wait? First off, no. I saw some people on Twitter that were like, if it's $70, I'm boycotting it. I'm not buying this game. Screw you, Nintendo. I'm like, first off, we all know that's not true. But secondly, here's the thing when it comes to buying games. At least this is my perspective. It's a game that you want to play. Like, why would you not buy it? I guess if you want to speak with your wallet and you really want to stick it to the man and prove that you don't care about it, more power to you. Similar to what I'm doing with limited run games, where I'm like, I don't care what you come out with. You can come out with Maniac Mansion and I'm not going to want to get it. Yeah, I heard that they're coming out with that today, and that was like, really? Of all the games, the game I'm a voice actor in, the remake of it, you gotta come out with a limited run games? Anyway. So Nintendo's raising the price, potentially. How do I feel about it? I don't think it's an issue. It comes to the game, the quality of the game, my hype level for it, and how much I'm willing to dish out for it. For a game like Tears of the Kingdom, I would be willing to pay like over $150 for it. Like I would. Because I know that I'd get that level of enjoyment out of it. I know I would. If it's anywhere close to as good as Breath of the Wild, which I got way more than $60 worth of fun out of, I have no reservations paying a ridiculous amount for the game. I think the problem comes in with the game industry where there's a very large discrimination between not just like AAA games and indie titles, but AAA games and other AAA games, and how some are like Mass Effect and in huge worlds, and then some are just kind of like half-baked ideas that they plan on putting DLC out down the road for, and it's not really completed, and you're paying full price on day. No, I'm not going for the whole Cyberpunk thing. Like, I think it matters for the game and if it's going to be worth it. And that's where reviews come in to be such a huge deal, because you don't know until you find a reviewer that you trust and has similar tastes that you do, and say they play the Tears of the Kingdom game and they love it, and just theoretically Nintendo is charging $70 for it. Are you really gonna wait? Are you really? Are you gonna finally get to that backlog of games you have that you keep telling yourself you're gonna get to? Or are you gonna buy the new Zelda game that everyone's gonna be playing and talking about? Like, I feel like that's what's going on with this new Zelda game. People are all talk. They talk big talk on Twitter behind their keyboards about how mad they'd be at Nintendo if they raised the price, or how they boycott the game, or how they wouldn't play it, when we all know they'd play it. And I think it speaks to a greater question in the games industry in general, with inflation running wild in the world right now, PlayStation 5 games going $10 higher. Do you feel like it impacts you? For me, it hasn't. I paid the $10 extra on God of War and I didn't care. I'll pay the $10 extra on the Final Fantasy VII remake. I don't care, because I know those games are what I bought the PlayStation 5 for. But I'm not going to just randomly go into Walmart or GameStop and be like, oh, I don't know what this game is. It's $70. Sure, I'll give it. No, who does that? People that have way too much time on their hands and way too much money on their hands, clearly. But for me, it's like, no, I do my research. I know the games I want to play. I know what I'm going to like, and I know what I'll pay for it. And to me, the price for the AAA title that I've done the research on has little impact, tiny impact, on if I'm going to actually purchase the game. Now, say the game is way less than $70, then yeah, obviously I'm going to run to the store and not even think twice about it. I think that the higher the price is, the more research that you're going to need to do to figure out if it's worth it for you. There's a equilibrium that needs to be met there, and there's a direct correlation between the two. I'm sure there's a bar graph that you could draw where they intersect. But my point being is, I feel like people are making such a big deal about the price of this game and, oh my God, what's Nintendo doing? When in reality, most likely it was just a pricing error. You can pre-order it right now for $60. You can pre-order Metroid Prime 4 that will come out in 2035 for $60 right now. You can pre-order Pikmin 4 for $60. So all their games are still $60 right now. So I'm leaning towards it was a pricing error. Maybe it was supposed to be for, maybe there's a special edition that they're coming out with that's $10 more, and they mispriced it on the Nintendo website. Again, I feel like it's such a big release that whoever did that would know better not to just throw the wrong amount on this multi-million selling title that they're about to be releasing. What I think it is pointing to the Switch 2. I really do. I feel like that's what it is they already have these prices for these games that will be coming out to the Switch 2. And whether the Switch 2 comes out the day Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, Tears of the Kingdom, or if it's like 6 months after or a year after it, the Switch 2 is coming. And it's coming sooner than people think it is. And when it gets here, they're not going to have any games for it. So they're going to do a lot of re-releases. And when they do, they'll have updated graphics and play mechanics potentially and other things in it, and justifying the $10 price hike. I get it. It's new technology. And that would make the most sense. Those are my thoughts on the potential price increase on Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Be fascinated to hear what you guys have to say about this, because I'm sure there are opinions all over the map, and I'd love to hear why you have the stance you do, where you're coming from, and if you'd still buy this game if it did cost $10 more. What if it costs $50 more? Do you have like a point where you'd be like, nope, I'm just not going to buy that game? And we also know, by the way, Nintendo doesn't really put sales on their games. Like if they do, it's like $5-10 off, and if it's out for 3 years, it'll be maybe $20-30 off, but it's not much in the grand scheme. So what the price is set at, you might as well pick it up on day one, because you're not going to save much waiting in the long run anyways. Nintendo has proven that. They're the anti-Ubisoft when it comes to pricing their games. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing. Smash,
Mastertainment.